All right, sir, are you Michael Price?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Go on the record. This is People versus Michael Price, file number 216219. The record should reflect Mr. Price's presence today by video from Otsego County Jail. If I could have counsel put your appearances on.
The record's on my call on behalf of the people.
Thank you, Your Honor. Richard Trush, appearing on behalf of Mr. Price.
Mr. Trush, how did we want to proceed today?
Thank you, Your Honor. So this hearing was set on relatively short notice at our request. We had asked for this because, frankly, at the last hearing, the prosecutor had made an offer that had previously been at least relayed to me. I had an opportunity to talk to Mr. Price about that, just to make the record clear. That offer was that if he pled to an added count 2 possession of methamphetamine, the charge count would be dismissed as well as any enhancements. At this time, having discussed that with Mr. Price, we would ask the court to docket it for a trial. Given his bond situation, I asked the court to docket it at the next available date as quickly as possible. And I would ask the court to set a final status conference preceding that trial date.
Okay. Mr. Rolla, how much time do the people need to be ready for trial in this case?
Maybe 60 days, Judge, with lab personnel.
Okay. And 1 day trial?
I believe so, Judge. I'll double check that. I think that's correct.
Mr. Trush, 1 day.
I think 1 day would be sufficient, and I'll discuss with Mr. Price, but I suspect that we'll stipulate as to the labs. I don't suspect our defense is going to be that the substance isn't what they're claiming.
Yeah, there's only 6 witnesses that people would be calling. One of those is lab personnel, Judge, so still 1 day.
Okay. All right. So we'll set it for a 1 day jury trial at about 60 days out. The court will set it for a final status conference prior to that trial date. That will be the plea cutoff. So Mr. Price, to the extent there are any new or different plea offers, or you want to consider the one that's made, the final status conference before trial would be the last day to enter into any plea agreements. Otherwise, Mr. Price will be notified of the date and time of that trial and the final status conference. And that'll also be the motion cutoff to the extent that either side has any motions to file. Mr. Rolla, any other dates that I can address for
No,
years?
Judge, but I would indicate for the record that plea offer would have been to an added count 2, and the PAC code is 33374-032B1, a 10-year, $15,000 felony. And it also included the restitution of $560 to same. Thank you, Judge.
Okay, Mr. Trush, anything further from your side?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Price, do you have any questions about how we're going to proceed with your case?
No, Your Honor, I understand.
Okay. All right. Thank you. That's all for this hearing today. People versus Andrew Barshaw, file number 256830. The record should reflect Mr. Barshaw's present here in the courtroom today. Counsel, put your appearances on in this file.
Yes, Judge, for the record, I call that people.
Thank you, Your Honor. Richard Trush, appearing on behalf of Mr. Barshaw.
Okay, this is set for a final status conference today. We do have trial set to proceed on November 25th, so I believe a week from tomorrow. This is the plea cutoff. Mr. Trush, have you had an opportunity to speak with Mr. Barshaw?
I have. We have been able to stay. We've been able to stay in good contact. There has been an offer made to us that we intend to accept at this time. That would be an admission to count 1 and count 2, and the remainder of the complaint would be dismissed.
Okay, 1 and 2 as charged with the
Without the enhancements.
without it. Okay.
What was communicated to me.
Mr. Rolla, is that
That's
correct?
correct. Counts 1 and 2 without the drug double enhancement, dismissal of the other counts, and any remaining enhancements.
Okay. Mr. Barshaw, have you had an adequate opportunity to speak with Mr. Trush about this agreement?
Yes, sir.
Is that how you wanted to proceed today?
Yes, sir.
Raise your right hand, please. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Thank you. Now you can lower your hand. Mr. Barshaw, are you currently on any probation or parole?
No.
Okay. And you understand that today you're going to be pleading guilty to one count of possession of methamphetamine. That is a felony that carries with it a maximum possible penalty of up to 10 years and or a $15,000 fine. And one count of possession of analogs that carries with it a maximum possible penalty of 2 years and or a $2,000 fine. Do you understand that? Mr. Trush, is there any potential for either discretionary or mandatory consecutive sentencing?
I don't believe so, because while I do think he might have been on probation at the time, I think he's already served that sentence and done with it.
Okay. So Mr. Barshaw, then with those penalties that I just stated in mind, what is your plea to each of those charges today? Right now you have certain rights. I'm going to go through those with you. You have the right to have a trial, and as we indicated, we have that trial set for next week. You have the right to be tried by a jury. You have the right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty. You have the right to have the prosecutor prove beyond a reasonable doubt that you are guilty. You have the right to have any witnesses against you appear at that trial and to question those witnesses. You have the right to have the court order any witnesses on your behalf appear at trial. You have the right to remain silent during a trial and to not have that silence used against you, and the right to testify at a trial yourself if you wanted. You understand all those rights?
Yes.
And you understand that by pleading guilty today, you're going to be giving up and waiving all of those rights.
Yes.
Also, you don't have an automatic right to appeal the plea that you're making here today. You can only do that by leave, which means that you would have to ask for the Court of Appeals to hear your case. They could say no, and then that would be the end of any appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Has anyone threatened you with anything to get you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
Has anybody promised you anything other than what we said here on the record today? Is it your own free choice to enter this plea?
Yes.
Are you pleading guilty because you are actually guilty of each of these charges?
Yes.
Okay. The information I have indicates that this happened on November 25th of 2024, so about a year ago. Is that the correct date?
No.
Okay. When do you believe that this incident occurred?
I was already incarcerated in Crawford County Jail on the 19th.
Okay.
November.
Mr. Rolla or Mr. Trush, do you have a police report or?
I'm looking at that now, Judge. And it indicates as police report as well as the affidavit. That state when it decides to pull it out. On September 11th, 2024.
Okay.
Hmm.
No.
No, I think it's November 19th going into the 20th is the date range that we're looking at.
Okay. Does that sound right, Mr. Barsha? Okay.
Judge, actually, I stand corrected. It's November 20th. Is what it looks like,
Okay.
according to the affidavit. They put two offense dates on the affidavit. What he's pleading to is apparently on the 20th.
Okay. On that day, were you here either the 19th or the 20th here in Otsego County? Okay. While you were here in Otsego County, did you have possession of some methamphetamine?
Yes.
And did you also have, you know what the other, I see the name of it here, Mr. Trush, but do you know what the other stuff?
Ritalin.
Ritalin, okay. Did you also have some Ritalin?
Yes.
And did you know what those substances were?
Yes.
Did you have any legal right to have either of those at that time?
No.
Mr. Rolla, are the people satisfied with the factual basis?
I thought he answered yes to the last question. You asked if he had any legal right.
No, he said no.
Okay, I'm sorry, Judge. Maybe it's Monday or whatever, but in any case, with that clarification, people are satisfied the court has sufficient factual basis to accept the defendant's guilty pleas. Thank you.
Mr. Trush?
I think there is a valid factual basis.
Counsel, are either of you aware of any threats, promises, or inducements other than what's been placed on the record?
I'm aware of none, Your Honor.
Are you both satisfied that the court has complied with statute and court rule in the taking of this plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Barshaw, the court finds that your plea is knowing, voluntary, and accurate. Court is satisfied that there is a factual basis to support a finding that you are guilty of each of these charges. The court will accept your guilty plea as to both. We'll set this matter for a sentencing hearing. You'll be notified of the date and time of that hearing. Between now and then, it's important that you stay in touch with Mr. Trush. Also, before you leave today, you're going to meet with Ms. Davis to set up a pre-sentence interview. That's all we got for today. The court will adjourn the jury trial that's set for next Tuesday. And that's all for today. Thank you. Is Ms. Moses here? You had any contact? Well, we'll call a case. It's People versus Ashley Moses, file number 256918.
Record, Your Honor, my phone's on behalf of people.
Thank you, Your Honor. Richard Trush, on behalf of Ms. Moses. This is the date and time set for a jury status conference. I have not had contact with Ms. Moses in some time.
I'm so sorry.
We have tried numerous times over the last 2 weeks to get in touch with her at the phone number that she had provided, which just appears to be disconnected at this point. I tried to reach out to her via email, and we ran her through VineLink to see if she may have been incarcerated in another county, because I am aware she does have a matter pending, I think, in St. Ignace right now. But they indicated that she is not lodged in their jail.
All right, Mr. Rowland, what's the people's position?
Judge, this matter was scheduled for 8 days. She hasn't appeared. It would be the people's position that a bench warrant is appropriate, and with the court's directive, my office will have one prepared for the court's signature.
Okay. The court will request that people prepare bench warrants for Ms. Moses' failure to appear today, given her lack of contact with Mr. Trush at the center. So once Ms. Moses is arrested and brought before the court, we'll proceed further with her case. You have Ms. Steele connecting here. That's not your case, correct?
Correct.
That's Attorney Doby's, Judge. I spoke to him last Friday.
Okay, Mr. Dobies, if you can unmute on your end, thank you. All right, we'll go on the record in People versus Leah Steele. This is file number 256922. The record should reflect that Ms. Steele and her attorney are appearing by Zoom by prior approval of the court. Mr. Rolla is present here in the courtroom today. This is set for a status conference. Mr. Dobies, can you tell me how you and your client would like to proceed this morning?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. Good morning to you and your staff and to Mr. Rolla. It is my understanding we are going to be entering a plea today. I believe Mr. Rolla stated before we went on the record that we do have an agreement, and I would concur with that.
Okay, Mr. Dobies, can you tell me the substance of that plea agreement, please?
Yes, absolutely, Your Honor. It's going to be to counts 3 and 4 of the felony information, which is the possession of methamphetamine charge, and then the weapons offense, which is possession of metallic knuckles.
Okay, Mr. Rolla, is that a correct statement of the plea offer?
That's correct, Judge, and then that'd be for dismissal of counts 1, 2, and 5, and 6.
Okay. All right, Ms. Steele, have you had an adequate opportunity to discuss this plea agreement with your attorney?
Yes, Your Honor.
And is that how you wanted to proceed today?
Yes, sir.
Can you raise your right hand, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Thank you. You can lower your hand. Ms. Steele, are you currently on any kind of probation or parole?
Mm, no.
Okay. Um,
Your Honor, may I
yeah.
establish the record on that a little bit?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I think maybe that needs to be fleshed out a little, so go ahead.
Ms. Steele, you are just on bond conditions with this court, correct?
Correct.
No other charges pending against you?
Correct.
Okay, Your Honor, I'm satisfied.
Okay, thank you. And Ms. Steele, you understand that the maximum possible penalty for count 3, which is possession of methamphetamine, is up to 10 years and or a $15,000 fine?
Yes, sir.
And that the maximum possible penalty for count 4, which is possession of metallic knuckles, is up to 5 years and or a $2,500 fine and mandatory forfeiture of that weapon. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
With those maximum possible penalties in mind, what is your plea to each of those charges today?
Guilty.
Right now, you have certain rights. I'm going to go through your rights with you. You have the right to have a trial. You have the right to be tried by a jury. You have the right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty. You have the right to have the prosecutor prove beyond a reasonable doubt that you are guilty. You have the right to have any witnesses against you appear at trial and to question those witnesses. You have the right to have the court order any witnesses on your behalf appear at trial. You have the right to remain silent during a trial and to not have that silence used against you, and the right to testify at a trial yourself if you wanted. Do you understand all those rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand that you're giving up and waiving all of those rights by pleading guilty.
Yes, sir.
Also, you don't have an automatic right to appeal the plea that you're making here today. You can only do that by leave, and that means that you would have to ask for the Court of Appeals to hear your case. They could say no, and then that would be the end of any appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone threatened you with anything to get you to plead guilty?
No.
Has anyone promised you anything other than what we've said here on the record today?
No, sir.
Is it your own free choice to enter this plea?
Yes.
Are you pleading guilty to each of these crimes because you are actually guilty of them?
Yes.
The information I have indicates that this happened back on August 8th of 2025. Is that the correct date?
That is correct.
At that time, were you present here in Otsego County?
Yes.
While you were here in Otsego County, did you have possession of some methamphetamine?
Yes.
Did you know that that's what that substance was?
Yes, I did.
And did you also have possession of some brass knuckles or metallic knuckles?
I did, Your Honor.
Okay. Did you have any kind of license or legal right to have possession of that weapon at that time?
No, sir.
Did you have any legal right to have possession of any amount of methamphetamine at that time?
No.
All right, thank you. Mr. Rolla, are the people satisfied with the factual basis?
I believe the court has a factual basis to accept the defendant's guilty pleas to counts 3 and 4.
Mr. Doby, would you agree with the factual basis?
I would, Your Honor. I believe that I do have some follow-up questions for Ms. Steele related to an agreement that myself and Mr. Rolla had discussed between the two of us. Can I further question my client a bit further?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor. All right, Ms. Steele. So on or about that August 8th date, we've established that you were in Otsego County. Were you the passenger in a motor vehicle with an individual by the name of Mr. Travis Parole?
Yes.
Okay. And you know that individual, correct?
Yes.
At that time, the two of you guys had a dating relationship?
Correct.
Okay. And on that date, in that location, law enforcement, although you did not know this at the time, you came to know law enforcement was conducting an investigation into the potential sale of controlled substances?
Correct.
Okay. And on that date, in that location, Mr. Travis Parole provided you with a quantity of that methamphetamine, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And Mr. Parole knew that that controlled substance that he possessed was methamphetamine, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And you do not believe Mr. Parole either had any sort of lawful any lawful right to possess that methamphetamine, correct?
No.
Okay. And separate and apart from that, on that same date, same time, same location, Mr. Parole also had a different quantity of methamphetamine in his possession. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And the purpose for that quantity of methamphetamine was to be sold or distributed to other individuals in Otsego County. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And on that date, that location, Otsego County, you would agree that a quantity of that methamphetamine was in fact delivered to other people in Otsego County?
Correct.
Okay. And Mr. Prohl had no lawful authority on which to dispense that methamphetamine, correct? Okay. Your Honor, I am satisfied.
Okay, do you have any further questions, Mr. Rolla?
No, Your Honor, I think the sufficient record pursuant to our office and defense counsel's discussions has been accomplished. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Mr. Rolla, are the people aware of any threats, promises, or inducements other than what's been placed on the record?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Dobies, are you?
I am not, Your Honor.
Mr. Rolla, are the people satisfied that the court has complied with statute and court rule in the taking of this plea?
Yes, Judge.
Mr. Dobies, are you?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Ms. Steele, the court finds that your plea is knowing, voluntary, and accurate. The court is satisfied that there is a factual basis to support a finding that you are guilty of each of these charges. The court will accept your guilty plea as to both. We're going to set this matter for a sentencing hearing. You'll be notified of the date and time of that hearing. Between now and then, somebody from the probation department here in Otsego County will need to make contact with you for purposes of a pre-sentence report. Can we have her attorney contact you?
Or should we just provide her current phone number?
I don't want to put that on the thanks.
Let's see, have our office phone. Do I just go to our office phone, 989-731-7640?
Were you able to hear that, Mr. Dobies?
I heard 989. I did not hear beyond that.
989-731-7640. You just have her contact.
Okay, I can do that. That's the that's going to be the number for probation parole, correct?
Correct.
Yes.
Okay. Awesome.
When do you want her to make that call?
She can call at any time because we just need to get her contact information and one of us.
Okay, so Ms. Steele, you need to call that number before the end of the business day today and touch base with them, okay?
Okay.
All right, Mr. Rolla, anything else we need to address on this file?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Mr. Dobies, anything further from your side?
Just briefly, Your Honor, I'm not sure how far Your Honor sets out sentencing, but my client does have a due date of December 10th for her pregnancy. So I would just be respectfully requesting that to the extent possible that be accommodated, if at all possible.
We usually set sentencing out 30 days. Have you and Mr. Rolla scored out the guidelines?
Yes,
preliminary scoring?
We have, Your
Mr.
Honor.
Dobies, what does that look like for your client, the guidelines?
We have 0 to 11 on the possession of methamphetamine, and I believe 0 to 9 on the metallic knuckles.
Okay.
And I would concur, correct, Your Honor.
Mr. Rolla, does Ms. Steele have a significant prior criminal history?
No, Judge.
Okay. All right, Mr. Dobies, in light of the circumstances here and the likely sentence given the guidelines, we'll set this for a sentencing hearing in mid-January, so in about 60 days.
Thank you, Your Honor.
But that will be an in-person hearing here in Otsego County, so you and Ms. Steele will need to make arrangements to be present here in the courtroom for that.
Yes, we will absolutely do that.
Okay. All right, Mr. Roll, anything further on this file from your side?
Not in this file. Thank you.
Mr. Dobies, anything further?
No, thank you, Your Honor. And thank you very much to you and your staff for allowing us to appear by Zoom today.
Okay, sounds good. No problem. You're free to disconnect at this time. Our next hearing set for 9:45, so we'll take a short recess until that time. All right, Mr. Green, are you able to hear me okay?
Yes, Your Honor, I am. Good morning.
All right, good morning. We'll go on the record now in People versus Grentley, Dion, file number 256861. If I could have both counsel put your appearances on, starting with the people.
Jesse Green, Special Assistant Attorney General, here on behalf of the people.
Lauren Madison for the defendant, Mr. Dion.
What was your last name?
Madison.
Madison. Okay, great. Thank you. All right. We're on the record today for purposes of a status conference. So Ms. Madison, can you tell me where things are at from defense side?
Yes, Your Honor. We are putting the finishing touches on a plea deal and are asking for a plea hearing at this point. We believe that Mr. Dion will be entering into an agreement for a deferred sentence. Something that is sort of catching up that process is we were hoping that his $3,000 bond would be able to be put towards that amount. However, the amount was paid in cash by Mr. Dion's partner. She consents to letting that amount of money go towards the arrearages. I don't know if the court's able to offer any advice on how to move that through. A letter from his partner, perhaps.
Yeah, I mean, I think I don't know exactly that process. It may be that she has to, at the time of sentencing, she may have to get that money back. I don't know that there's any way that we can apply it prior to a plea. If she
Okay.
posted it without revoking the bond and Mr. Dion then having to post it somehow separately, she would get that money back and then
Your Honor?
ostensibly give it to him. Yeah, Mr. Green, do you have a suggestion?
Well, we do this often, Your Honor, and I think if his partner actually goes in person, they would be able to move the bond. We can prepare a bond order, and often if he agrees to move the bond, we would agree to a PR bond, just in that circumstances, if that is acceptable to the court.
Yeah, I think I did sign an order. I think the holdup is that Mr. Dion isn't the one that posted it. And so without the actual poster's permission, the clerk can't just, dispose of somebody else's money.
Can this
So-
partner go to the clerk?
I mean, I know that at the jail, they have authorization to convert bonds that they
Okay.
sign at the time of posting.
Okay.
So I don't know if they can go ahead and sign that at this point so that we can convert that. Because we wouldn't return it to her then.
Right. So I think it would be more of a matter of her going to jail.
Okay.
They have an authorization form that she can sign. And then I think we would be able to move that money at that
Okay.
point. If not, I would have no problem, revoking the money bond and converting it to a PR bond. And then we could make it work that way. I think that's a good suggestion as well, Mr. Green. So Ms. Madison, I'm gonna leave that ball in your court. I'm more than happy to sign whatever orders are necessary. I think it's a reasonable solution. So
Thank you, Your Honor. I
Let me know.
appreciate
Yeah.
that help from everybody.
if we set this for a plea hearing in 2 weeks, are we gonna be ready to do it at that time?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay,
Your Honor-
Mr. Green, yeah,
Your Honor, we have a problem. The defendant has an ongoing obligation of $521 a month in addition to his arrearage. And this month, November, is the first time he's actually paid that in full. So while this has been proceeding, he has continued to fail. That's pretty awkward, but he's continued to fail to pay his ongoing obligation. So while we're negotiating this, he's continuing to commit felonies. And it would be tough for us to move forward in good faith if he's not even going to pay the money he is obligated to pay each month, much less all the money he owes.
all right, does that mean that you're withdrawing that, whatever the plea offer was for the delay of sentence, I'm guessing?
Well, yeah, that's something we consider, but what I would suggest, Your Honor, to the defendant, if I may, is that I would suggest getting as much money as possible paid toward that arrearage between now and the time we came back. And I would see that, Your Honor, as a show of good faith, because that's something we haven't seen so far.
And to respond, if I may, my communications with AGA Ashley Messer indicate that she understands he has not paid that full amount yet, that she would offer the deferred sentence if he begins to do so moving forward. And that is something he has agreed to do.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna set this for a plea hearing in 30 days. And Mr. Green, if you or whoever on behalf of the AG's office wants to appear by Zoom, you're more than welcome to do that.
Thank you.
That'll give Mr. Dion some additional time to build up maybe some additional payments that might solve that issue. And then we'll proceed at that time. Ms. Madison, anything else that we need to address for your side here today?
Nothing from the defense.
Mr. Green, anything further from the people?
Nothing from the people, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, so Mr. Dion, between now and that next hearing, just make sure that you stay in touch with your attorney so that we're ready to proceed at that time, okay? Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Have a good morning. Thank you.
Thank you. You're free to disconnect, Mr. Green. Our next hearing set for 10 o'clock, so we'll take a short break until then. Okay, People versus William Liss, file number 256873. Mr. Liss present.
That's right.
Mr. Liss, you can come right to the podium there, please. The record should reflect Mr. Liss is present here in the courtroom today. If I could have counsel put your appearances on.
Yes, Your Honor. For the record,
Podium, sir, please. Thank you.
for the record, John Michael, on behalf of the people.
Larry Brown on behalf of Mr. Liss.
This is set for a final status conference today. We do have trial set to begin, I believe, next Monday, the 24th. Mr. Brown, this would also be the plea cutoff. Have you had a chance to talk to Mr. Liss?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And how are we going to proceed today?
Your Honor, there has been an offer made in this matter to plead to 2 added counts, 4 and 5, of attempted resisting and obstructing, for dismissal of counts 1 and 3. That is the offer I reviewed with Mr. Liss. He has agreed to accept that offer.
Is that a correct statement of the offer?
It is, yes. Now, pursuant to Ms. Amanda's offer of October 10th, 2025 on behalf of our office.
Okay. Mr. Liss, have you had an adequate opportunity to discuss this with Mr. Brown?
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
And is that how you wanted to proceed today?
Yes, sir.
Can you raise your right hand, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. You can lower your hand. Mr. Liss, are you currently on any kind of probation or parole?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. And you understand that the maximum possible penalty that you could face for the charge of attempted resisting or obstructing is up to 1 year?
Yes, sir.
With that in mind, what is your plea to each of those charges today?
Guilty.
Right now, you have certain rights. I'm going to go through your rights with you. You have the right to have a trial. You have the right to be tried by a jury. You have the right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty. You have the right to have the prosecutor prove beyond a reasonable doubt that you are guilty. You have the right to have any witnesses against you appear at trial and to question those witnesses. You have the right to have the court order any witnesses on your behalf appear at trial. You have the right to remain silent during a trial and to not have that silence used against you, and the right to testify at a trial yourself if you wanted. You understand all those rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you understand that you're giving up and waiving all of those rights by pleading guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has anybody threatened you with anything to get you to plead guilty?
No, Your Honor.
Has anyone promised you anything other than what we've said here in court today?
No, Your Honor.
Is it your own free choice to enter this plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
So the information I have indicates that this incident took place back on June 29th of this year. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. On that day, did you come into contact with some police officers?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you know that they were there performing their duties as law enforcement officers?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And were 2 of them deputies from Otsego County here?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And did they give you some commands or tell you to do something that you failed to do? Or what happened?
Yes, Your Honor. I was very upset, intoxicated, and my understanding was they were there on a wellness check, and they kept urging me just to go back inside, and I did not go back inside. I kept arguing with them.
Okay. With both of those officers? Okay. And that was at your residence in Otsego County?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Mr. Roll, are you satisfied with the factual basis?
Just one question, that he knew they were law officers at the time.
I did ask him that.
Oh,
yeah.
very good. Then people are satisfied. Thank you.
Mr. Brown?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, are either of you aware of any threats, promises, or inducements other than what's been placed on the record?
Done by the people. Thank you.
I'm not aware.
Are you both satisfied that the court has complied with statute and court rule in the taking of this plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. Liss, the court finds that your plea is knowing, voluntary, and accurate. The court is satisfied that there is a factual basis to support a finding that you are guilty of the attempted charges. The court will accept your guilty plea as to both. Today, you're going to meet with Ms. Davis from the probation department before you leave to set up a time for a pre-sentence interview, and then we'll set this for a sentencing hearing. You'll be notified of the date and time of that hearing. It's also important that you stay in touch with Mr. Brown between now and then, okay? In light of the plea, the court will adjourn the jury trial currently set for next week. And that's all for today, Mr. List. Thank you. Just make sure you check in with Ms. Davis, okay? People versus Cody Kibbe, file number 256884.
Record John, right on the people.
Clear ground on behalf of Mr. Kibbe.
Thank you. The record should reflect Mr. Kibbe's present here in the courtroom today. Mr. Brown, can you tell me the status of this file, please?
Yes, Your Honor, there has been an offer made in this particular matter, whereas if Mr. Kibbe would plead to count 1 and count 4, including any restitution and confiscation of the weapon, which would automatically take place. Counts 2, 3, 5 individuals be dismissed, and we are going to take advantage of it.
Mr. Roll, is that a correct statement of the offer?
It is, Your Honor.
Mr. Kibbe, have you had an adequate opportunity to speak with Mr. Brown about this plea agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Is that how you wanted to proceed today?
Yes, it is.
Raise your right hand, please. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Sir.
Thank you. Mr. Kibbe, are you currently on any kind of probation or parole?
No, sir, I'm not.
You understand that by pleading guilty to count 1, which is possession of methamphetamine, that carries with it a maximum possible penalty of up to 10 years and or a $15,000 fine.
Sir.
And count 4, which is failure to stop at an accident involving injury to a person, that's a misdemeanor that carries with it a maximum penalty of up to 1 year and $1,000 fine.
Sir.
Both of those penalties in mind, what is your plea to each of those charges today?
Guilty.
Right now, you have the right to have a trial. You have the right to be tried by a jury. You have the right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty. You have the right to have the prosecutor prove beyond a reasonable doubt that you are guilty. You have the right to have any witnesses against you appear at trial and to question those witnesses. You have the right to have the court order any witnesses on your behalf appear at trial. You have the right to remain silent during a trial and to not have that silence used against you, and the right to testify at a trial yourself if you want it. You understand all those rights.
Yes, sir.
And you understand that you're going to be giving up and waiving those rights by pleading guilty.
Yes, sir.
Also, you don't have an automatic right to appeal the plea that you're making here today. You can only do that by leave, and that means that you would have to ask for the Court of Appeals to hear your case. They could say no, and then that would be the end of any appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Has anybody threatened you with anything to get you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
Has anybody promised you anything other than what we've talked about here in court today?
No, sir.
Is it your own free choice to enter this plea?
Yes, sir.
Are you pleading guilty because you are actually guilty of each of these charges?
Yes, sir.
This happened back on June 29th of 2025. Is that the correct day?
Yeah, it was right around there. I don't remember the exact date.
Okay.
The only thing that I would like to correct was there was nobody that was injured in the accident except for me. And the only injuries I sustained were just light abrasions to my head. Within a week, I was all healed up. There was no, serious bodily injury. I just wanted to make that clear for the court.
Okay. All right. So on that day, you were driving a pickup truck, is that
Yep.
right? Okay. And were you driving that here in Otsego County?
Yeah, over off Gingell Road.
And there was an accident where, as minor as it may have been, you did sustain some type of injury, is that correct?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, a few abrasions, but yes.
Okay. I haven't I mean, I haven't looked at the statute, Mr. Rolla. I mean, does it require any degree of injury?
It does not, Judge.
Okay.
And again, if the court would permit, I'll have some additional questions afterward.
At that time, Mr. Kibbe, did you also have possession of some methamphetamine?
Yes, Your Honor, I did.
Did you have any legal right to have any amount of it at that time?
No, no, sir. I don't think there is a legal right.
Did you know that was what that substance was?
Yes, I did.
Okay. All right, Mr. Rolla?
Thank you. Mr. Kibbe, this accident, this involved another vehicle,
No, sir, I did not.
just your vehicle?
Just my vehicle.
And there was damage to your vehicle at the same time?
Yes, yeah, I went off the road right before, like going north on Gingell, right before the guardrails, right past Waters Road.
So that's still in Otsego County?
Yes, yeah,
And just one other question for the record, for confiscation, you had a 22 caliber rifle with you at the time?
yeah, I guess so. It was in the back. I didn't even know it was still there, but yeah, it was my 22. Yeah.
And you weren't able to have that with you?
No, I was not. No, that's why today's deal, I was like, yeah, jump on that,
Thank you. Your Honor.
you know.
Okay. Mr. Brown, are you satisfied with the factual basis?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. Counsel, are either of you aware of any threats, promises, or inducements other than what's been placed on the record?
No, Your Honor.
I'm not aware of any, and I believe the court has complied with court rule for taking place.
That's that last issue, Mr. Rolla.
People would agree. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Kibbe, the court finds that your plea is knowing, voluntary, and accurate. The court is satisfied there is a factual basis to support a finding that you are guilty of each of these charges. The court will accept your guilty plea as to both. You're going to meet with Ms. Davis before you leave today for a pre-sentence report, and then you'll be notified of the date and time of sentencing hearing. Just make sure that you stay in touch with Mr. Brown, okay?
I will for sure. Thank you very
Thank
much. God bless you guys.
Concludes our court's morning docket here in Otsego County. The court will be in recess until 1:30. Proper